Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of this update video and let's play Skulljack. And I have Skulljack right here, ready to go. So I'm very happy you're here for this, and I love this format where I can just kind of chill out, relax, talk to you about Dungeon Crusade. We have our Warfare dice here. We're going to go over some dice. So we're going to play Skulljack. And something I forgot last video I want to share with you, kind of a tip while playing Dungeon Crusade, or a very easy rule. So I don't want to forget about items from the bazaar. But what I want to start out with here is something that is going to, I think you're really going to enjoy, and it's going to help your board gaming experience. I mean, like literally a night and day difference. And that is lighting. Now, some of you may know about this, okay? Some of you may not have a clue about the lighting when you're playing your board games. For me, I love bright rooms. People yell at me in the house because I love to have, lights on. I like brightness, and especially when you're playing our board games. Now, if you notice here, I think that this looks very nice, okay? So I just want to give you a quick tip and something to help you in your board game sessions, and especially with Dungeon Crusade. And the nice thing is you can do this by upgrading your lighting for where you play. So let's get on with this and show you. And I have samples, and you're not going to believe the difference. And I hope this helps you, and it makes your board gaming experience even better for you. Let's talk about the different kind of lighting. Right now, and I don't mean to blind you, I'm going to bring this thing over here. I'm using some grid lighting, but these light bulbs are available. And this is going to be bright. But see these kind of lights right here? I don't know if it's going to focus in. Oh, there you go. Okay, this is called, I believe, daylight lighting. And light bulbs are rated, I believe, by kelvins, right? Because this light that we're looking at over there is 5,500 Kelvin. Normally, like for the overhead lights that are above, which are off right now, most of people just, get the regular soft glow or whatever, okay? And if you've noticed that sometimes those lights while you're playing, or even in a room, it'll cast like an orangish, like yellowish kind of tint to everything. And it kind of like makes it look murky. Those light bulbs are rated around 2700 K. So these daylight lightings, I don't want to blind you again, like we just looked at that bright light, you can buy those bulbs and put them into your fixture. And I'm going to do an experiment right now and show you the difference of what a big difference actually this makes, and how, to me, it makes board gaming more enjoyable when you can see things like this. Keep that in mind, okay? So my point is, if you're really into board gaming and you want to have, I love nice, bright, clear images while I'm playing so I can see everything, upgrade your lighting. And I can't give you a cost, you'll have to look, but what you want to look for, if you want the best, it's called 6400 Kelvin, and that is ultra bright. And from what I learned, it throws blue light, a lot of blue light in there. So everything looks really nice and clear and very crisp. Let's do our experiment. Again, I hope you're enjoying learning about this, but I wanted to share this with you and let you see, for all your board games, you're going to notice it's going to make everything look so much better. So let's look over here in the Tomb of St. Viticus area. Now you got to kind of keep some of this in mind, because we're going to flick these off and we're going to put on normal lighting, the 2700 K. So you notice how nice and purple that is. It's very crisp. Even get you down there further. Definitely we're going to be talking about dice. Notice that, how crisp the dice are. Okay, and again, we're using 5,500 K daylight lighting. Let's go over here, especially to the siege tile. I got to remember what I'm showing you. So you see how those torches are a nice glow, and there's no effects on this. This is just, I'm shooting it regular. So what else can we show you over here? And then, okay, we'll show you a hero card. You see how nice and colorful and crisp everything is. It's very defined. Go over here to the village, which we're going to be talking about some stuff in our next segment here. But notice how nice everything looks, colorful. Go up to our dungeon UI board. Okay. Up here to the halls of the dead. Okay. And then, of course, let's take a look at our box. And when we shut the lights off, we're going to look at that. Notice the Dungeon Crusade box. Okay. So I think you've seen enough of this. Now, I'm going to shut these lights off. It's going to get dark for a minute. Okay, and we're going to shut this off, and I'm going to turn on the overhead lights. That's 2700K, and there's a lot of lights up there. Watch the difference. Now, you should notice a pretty huge difference. Up above, there's that soft white lighting, or the 2700K, 2700 Kelvin. Still, it looks good, but not like it did before. And stick around because I took images so you can see, 2700K versus 5500K. But if you notice, at least to my eyes or what I've seen, there's almost like an orangish, yellowish tint, like I said, over stuff. So let's go back here to the Tomb of St. Viticus. Notice it's kind of like blended in. It's just not as crisp. Let's go back over to our Warfare dice and all that. It's colorful, but not nearly as crisp as it was before. Okay, then we were over here, I think we were by the siege tile, right? So, no, and I think I'm getting a shadow there, but notice there's not that nice glow to those torches like there was before. And over here to the Hero's Vigil, again, it's just kind of all like, I don't know what you call it, it just looks murky to me. At least how I'm looking through the camera. Let's go back over to the village board. And a lot of us, that's how we play our games with our dining room light or whatever have you, over it, over while we're playing. We'll go back to the village board. And I think you're going to see a difference when I flicked off these lights and put on it's called grid lighting, put on the 5500Ks. And then we're going to come back, we'll try to remember. So take a look at that. Okay, let's flick these things off. And turn this light on, and this, and there you go. Now let's go back and look again. You can see the difference? Everything is much more vibrant, clear, and bright for you. Well, let's get back to the Dungeon Crusade. I mean, look at that. So there you go. I hope I proved, look, there's that siege tile again. Look how nice those torches glow. And again, I wanted to share this with you because, we're this close to everyone getting the game that, you want some nice lighting for this game. So there's that, the Tomb of St. Viticus, and then we already looked at the siege there. So hopefully you can see how much lighting, or the right kind of lighting, rather, helps you with your board games. And there's that. And go up here. So there you go. Upgrade your lighting to however you play with the 55, at least I was 5500K daylight lighting, that's called, for those bulbs. And well, I forgot to look at that, but I think you guys could tell such a difference. And the nice thing is it's an instant upgrade to all your board games. You'll look at them differently, I think. Okay, I'm going to pause this and we're going to start the next segment. Okay, we're back with the next segment in our 5500K lighting. And what I wanted to say in the prior video, and if you didn't see the prior one where we played the Let's Play Tower Attack, go watch that and come back here. Because I talk a lot about Celebration Day and all that. But what I wanted to tell you before was a real simple rule in the game about potions, consumables, rather. So to speed it up, we see that, Palum here has a healing potion. So when she, consumes this, of course, on the back it says, it recovers 6 HP. What you're going to do is, and she had bought this from the bazaar. And we do have Albus's hero card there. I remembered this time. Hello to Albus. So we'll say that, Albus went to the village, retrieved this, brought it back for Palum. She consumed it. Well, what do you do with potions after they're consumed? It's very easy, friends. You're going to take this and you're going to put it by the side of the village board. It's been consumed, right? We're going to set that there. Let's say Albus here brought back a few more potions, an ochre juice, and this restores 6 essence. Hero's essence is right here with your tracker. Essence is used to cast special abilities in Dungeon Crusade. Also, you can spend 1 essence to gain 1 extra movement, but it's a precious commodity. You gotta be careful with it. So let's say that Maheliak consumed a ochre juice, okay? So this is going to take that. We're going to put that right with the other one. And then remember we learned about afflictions in the past video. Let's say he had like a physical affliction and arcane affliction. Well, he drank his elixir potion, cures hero of all afflictions. That's consumed, right? We're going to put it by the side of the village board, like so. Now, hopefully you watched the other video and you'll know what Celebration Day is. Okay, heroes are in the village, Celebration Day. You know, they completed the quest table. I left that set up for you. You know, in quest table 1, those were all completed. The books are closed. Elder globe is green. They go back to the village, teleported back to the village. First thing you do is you get, remember those potions we set by the side? You get those, and these are refreshed. So it's considered that the bazaar is right there where faith is. They're refreshed. They're, you know, like they made more. Consider, you're just going to put those back. Very simple. And of course, torches, there's that. There's an unlit side, and then there's a lit side when you go to light it. So same with torches though. If you used one and it got extinguished, you're going to refresh everything. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Very easy. So on every Celebration Day, if you see those potions and a torch, you know, they were used, refresh them, put them back in the bazaar. So that is what I wanted to say about that, and we're going to move on to our next segment. Okay, guys, and we are back with our next segment, and we are going to talk about dice and warfare, the 6 different warfare types, and the colored dice and all that. So some of you longtime Crusaders will know this, but you know, there's more than, you know, again, like I said, there's more people joining up in the channel. Thank you that you're here. And I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. So let's take a look at all this stuff and, you know, again, to get you more acclimated to this. You're going to get a lot of dice with Dungeon Crusade. You're going to, of course, get, as I always refer to them, the warfare dice. And we're going to get to that. And then you're going to get, of course, the these 7 white dice here. And these are going to be used, like your D6 will be for movement. You know, of course, D20 for doing your willpower checks and strength tests and many other things. D12, D10, D8. But something I wanted to put in the game, and this was a while ago, old schoolers like me will remember D3s. And initially, and it just got messy, and I'm like, you know what, we're going to have a D3. A D3, if you ever played Warhammer Quest, love that game. You use a D6 to, I guess, simulate a D3, meaning that if you rolled a 1 or a 2 on a D6, that's a result of 1. If you rolled a 3 or 4 on the D6, that's a 2. 5 to 6 is a 3. That's just messy. Don't want to deal with it. People don't want to deal with it. So I wanted to have a die that was a D3 for you. So I worked with the manufacturer, and check that out. You're going to be getting a D3. It's a D6, but I refer to it as a D3 because there's, of course, 2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 3s. And you'll be using this extensively for some certain things in the game. But I just wanted to let you know that's kind of like an official D3. And none of that, you know, where you got to figure it out, and none of that. Just who wants that, right? So that is that. And, of course, the patrol route die for that system that I developed is for the patrol route system. So there's the patrol route die. But let's talk about warfare dice, okay? Let's start with, well, I'll tell you what, let's start with this. Let's look at Avalon first. You know, in our world, and someone asked, Ross, you emailed me. I'm getting back to you. I've got to get back to a lot of people. It has been a firestorm of being busy. I'm getting back to you. Yes, Avalon maps, thank you, first of all. I'm very grateful that people want this map. I mean, truly, thank you. And again, look at 5,500K. Doesn't it make everything? It makes Castle Blackwood look that much better. Look at the bats. Damien Mamali, of course, took my prototype map of Avalon and painted this incredible masterpiece. And again, these are coming. Let's wrap up Dungeon Crusade. We're going to secure these cloth maps, and I'm very grateful that you want this map of Avalon, honestly, from the heart. I sketched this thing out years ago, and I was just very passionate about it. And yes, we're going to get to the Avalon Adventure Board Game Spotlight video. This is a very special video for me, and there's going to be a lot of components or parts to it, so I want to take the time to do it right. It will be coming this week because we got the final version of the game coming. I got to get that wrapped up before that comes. But my point is this, okay? So the warfare types. I wanted to address true party building in Dungeon Crusade. You know how long I've played these games for. I love these games. And I wanted to, it was paramount. One of the things that was paramount to address true party building. And I'm going to explain to you what that means. But, you know, in our world, we have different fighting styles, right? There's like, I don't know, like street fighting, karate, taekwondo, judo, all that stuff, right? Okay, well, in the land of Avalon, I wanted to create 6 fighting styles that monsters and heroes would be proficient in. And like for our heroes, sometimes, you know, they're not going to be proficient, just like all of us. We're not, you know, there's some things we're very good at, we excel at, and there's some things that we're not good at. You know, we're proficient in some things. And I wanted to carry that into Dungeon Crusade for true party building. So throughout the land of Avalon, I created these 6 warfare types. And this gets very deep and fun and strategic and tactical when you're putting parties of heroes together. So follow me on this. Some of you guys, again, may know what all this is. Starting over here, well, the 6 warfare types is this. Starting here with the red dice. This is physical warfare. That's the token for it. Physical warfare. This is ranged warfare. Arcane warfare. Mythical warfare. Spiritual warfare, and chaos warfare. Every creature, every monster in the game your heroes will encounter are going to be versed or proficient in 3 of the 6. Okay? Your heroes, we're gonna let's pick on Maheliak. Let's grab his hero card. He's a barbarian. Now, let me move this a little bit. Hopefully you can see that okay. But we can see down here, see there's like those warfare values, and he's very proficient in chaos warfare, and he's, you know, good with physical. However, he's a barbarian, right? He's not very good with arcane or spiritual, and just kind of middle of the road with mythical and ranged warfare. It makes sense, right? He's a barbarian. But remember something, in Dungeon Crusade, you are free to build your hero, spec out your hero how you wish. It was very important to me. So he starts out at level 1 like this, but as he levels up to level 2 and 3, who's to say you don't want him to wield a staff and become incredible with arcane warfare? I wanted to give players that freedom to make their heroes proficient in what they want them to be in, okay? So remember, so strong in chaos warfare and physical warfare. So let's take a look at Zeke, our wizard. Exact opposite. Terrible with chaos warfare, even worse in physical. However, he's great with arcane warfare. He's great with spiritual. Pretty good with mythical, and middle of the road with ranged. My point is true party building. When you get to those higher level chambers that have like, go over here. I just threw these in for that photo shoot. There's like a level 3 champion, like we looked at that succubus with that special ability, Fatal Charm. You don't want to go into that chamber with a solo hero. You're allowed to rally up to 3 heroes in Dungeon Crusade to enter into chambers. So this right here, I guess this is a pro Crusader tip. This is a great team right here. You have your barbarian that can handle chaos warfare and physical warfare, but then you have your wizard Zeke who can handle anything with arcane and spiritual. And you can actually put one more. So let's say they want to be strong with ranged warfare. Right here, Enwyn Shadowleaf. She's our archer hero. Look at that, +3 in ranged warfare. And what, +2 in physical. But again, not very good with arcane or spiritual, and very terrible in mythical. So you understand, you see what I mean by this? That, you know, there's no, starting out, there's no superhero in Dungeon Crusade, and that's what I wanted. There's heroes that are going to be very proficient at things, and then there's going to be some heroes who are just not very proficient with things. And it's up to you as a player to build your heroes how you see fit and send them out, you know, into the dungeon to take care of the baddies. So I hope you like learning about that and shed some light on it. And like I said before, one of the pro Crusader tips, you know, there's guardians in the game. Those are like the boss-like monsters. Like that team I just showed you, those 3, those could be your guardian hunters. Because remember that there is, on the quest table up here, every quest table is going to have a kill the guardians quest. Well, it comes into focus. Kill the guardians. So you could have those 3 heroes as your, guardian hunters in the dungeon. So that's what I wanted to show you kind of about the dice, and maybe some people didn't know about the colored dice. So remember, physical warfare, ranged warfare, arcane warfare, mythical warfare, spiritual warfare, chaos warfare. And I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to move on to our next section here. We're going to go over to the village, and I want you to take a look at some stuff in the blacksmith shop. Okay, our heroes are in the village now, and it is Celebration Day. And real quick, if you didn't see it, go watch that video with Let's Play Tower Attack. But in a nutshell, our heroes have completed Quest Table 1, Level 1. The main quest, side quest, and Kill the Guardians have been completed. Elder Globe is glowing green. Purity in the dungeon for the moment. They're teleported back to the village for Celebration Day. So I don't want to get into that because I talked about it there, but go check that out. So let's do this. Let's take a look at, I always want to show you kind of like new gear in the game, new loot. With 193 pieces of unique loot, there is a lot to see. And if you watch the loot video, some of this will be kind of familiar to you. And we're going to touch on this in the Avalon Adventure board game, the in-depth look in this next Spotlight video, which I'm honestly trying to get done, and I want to wrap up this week. We're going to go more in depth with this, but I want to share something with you that I think you'll like learning about. So if you watch the loot video, you're going to notice how this piece of loot here, it's a piece of common gear. We can tell by the crystal, the white crystal, but it has these like gold accents to the scroll in here. This is a piece of fabled gear. And when I wrote the story for Dungeon Crusade, I took some of the characters, and these were weapons that they wielded. So now your heroes can wield them, and they're quite powerful. But if you're going to buy it in the blacksmith shop and you don't get it off a loot drop, off a monster, it's gonna cost you some gold. So we're looking at Mallory is the daughter to Emperor Sylvian. So this is Mallory's training bow, and the flavor text here, I believe that says, I'm trying to read it through the camera, but it's given to her on her 13th birthday. It's 600 gold, 2 damage. For a common weapon, that's very good. But the big thing is, especially from what we just learned about over there, we can see that if you equip this on a hero, like your archer would be great for this, or anyone that matter. +3 to ranged warfare rolls, +3 to spiritual warfare rolls. So basically, you can add +3 to the blue dice, +3 to the orange dice. Very easy. So I always said, yes, this game is girthy, but I don't care for complex games. Very easy game mechanics, and one in people's minds on like strategy and tactics, planning and having fun. So this is a great piece of gear, and I just wanted to point that out in the blacksmith shop for you. So fabled gear. We're going to move up here, and we're going to go into uncommon. There's baneful armor, and we can see that is +2 to mythical warfare rolls. And I believe that says there's like a bonus to that, which is +1 to hide. So that would be good for Halloum, the rogue hero. Or, like we looked at, maybe a hero is not too proficient in mythical warfare. Well, you could equip that on them, and you're going to make them more proficient because they could add +2 to mythical warfare rolls. And again, green crystal signifies uncommon gear. Now, some of you retro gamers, see if you get this one. We're going to move into rare gear, and this is the Amulet of Might and Magic. See if what's in the comments section about that. And simply, this might give it away. The flavor text on the bottom, the amulet was forged on the Isles of Terra. See if someone gets that in the comments section. You get a fresh loaf of harvest bread if you get that. But like we just looked at, as I said before, and I forgot, I think it was the loot video, that necklaces are very good to get. They're kind of have a high gold cost, but take a look at this. You could add to physical, warfare, and arcane +3. So necklaces are very good to equip on your heroes. moving along, and this is what I wanted to share with you about. We're gonna go look at Avalon again. We have a piece of epic gear here, and this is the Shield of Saint Viticus. Now, if you notice, there's the purple crystal denoting that this is an epic piece of gear. Now, you're gonna notice there's a socket there. That's a square socket. Remember, there's mining and crafting in Dungeon Crusade. So you could mine some of the proper materials you're gonna need, like moonstone and zoltanite, and you can equip something in that slot. For example, I just happened to grab this. Check this out. Gem of Swiftness. So we can see right here, that's moonstone. So it tells you that, these are the two main ingredients you're always going to need. So this tells you for this recipe, to create this power gem, you're going to need 2 moonstone and 2 zoltanite. You're also going to need 1 piece of sunstone and 1 iolite. And then there's very easy instructions. Blacksmith crafts it for you, and look at that. You would slide that underneath if your hero purchased this, underneath that card, Gem of Swiftness. You can add +2 to your base movement. Again, very easy and fun mining and crafting system. But what I want to show you is, and kind of like, this is like a drop in the bucket, guys, of how in-depth I went with this game. It's called the Shield of Saint Viticus, right? In the game, you're going to meet, your heroes will do a quest to one of the descendants of Saint Viticus. And I'm not going to spoil what the quest is, but you're going to meet someone from there, and that ties into the quest. Let's go a step further. Let's go back over to Avalon here. And right all the way over here to the east, hopefully the Tower of St. Viticus. So do you see kind of like how that is? That's one of the reasons I took my time with the game. It's like, this is a drop in the bucket of like just the little things I would weave into the games and all that. So like Tower of St. Viticus, Shield of St. Viticus. And then you're gonna, in the quest, you're gonna meet some NPCs that will make mention of, how, this was their relative. I think you're gonna really enjoy this game. I enjoy just talking to you about it. And in the Avalon Adventure board game, I believe, well, with 259 things, it's hard to remember everything, but there's something about that. I'll just say, I think you can find something in that tower. Lastly, I thought this was something you would really enjoy to see. Again, this is a piece of fabled gear. Emperor Sylvian's battle sword. And the flavor text is one of the most sought after relics in all of Avalon. So in the story I wrote, there's Emperor Sylvian and his wife Ashara. And of course, their daughter is Mallory. Take a look at that. This is a legendary. And +5 to physical warfare rolls. I'm glad we talked about the dice, because that's probably all making sense. +5 to spiritual warfare rolls. +5 to mythical warfare rolls. +5 to chaos warfare rolls. However, that's 2,000 gold. But this is a very powerful weapon. And if you remember looking at Underworld artifacts, there's kind of something bad with those. This has no negative effects. So you give that to, you could give that to who? Sir Brennus, your knight. You could give that to Faith, the cleric. What's his name? Maheliak, your barbarian. Very powerful weapon, but a high gold cost. So you'd be better off hopefully finding that on a monster drop. And before we close out, what are we going to talk about? There's just so much more here, over here in the Academy. All the heroes' special abilities. Sir Brennus, tactical warfare. Real quick, what this will do, this will allow your hero to re-roll a die. And this goes up, it gets more powerful as you level that up. All special abilities can go up to level 3 in the game. So that's a cool ability. And how about we close out with this, the temple. And we can see Halloum is at the temple there. There's the services they can get on Celebration Day. And you can receive a blessing. This is a very fun part of the game, because here's the thing. You can't reveal these right away, okay? They're 200 gold. You shuffle the deck, and you can only have one blessing at a time, okay? So let's say that, Halloum, she spends the 200 gold, pays the temple, you get it, you don't reveal this. You put this in her player area, right here. When they descend, let's get Bainvik out of here. When they go back into the dungeon, when they go back when they're done at Celebration Day, On the first turn on upkeep, they are allowed to reveal their blessing. So, Paladin paid 200 gold. What's her blessing? Despair. A feeling of desolation consumes you. And again, notice I put this here. Shuffle this card back into the blessing deck. Real simple, nothing hard. You just shuffle it back in. Unfortunately, that was, nothing happened. It was desolation. However, let's say that she got this one, right? Goes into the dungeon, flips it over, and there's the Angel of Healing. This angel will watch over her. She has to put 3 tokens on it and will heal her in any time that she is damaged or whenever she wants to be healed. I must tell you, Freddie Lopez, artist, amazing. I worked with him on the Angels, and I said, I need to have a stained glass window, beautiful angel, maybe some light armor. Freddie Lopez, you are incredible. This is probably this art is just incredible. So there you go. Angels can be found in Dungeon Crusade. Okay, we are going to move into, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say, is there? I don't think so. Okay, let's play some Skulljack. We're going to head into the House of Chance. And who are we going to go with? Well, looking at her hero cards, we're going to have Faith. She's got 400 gold. We're going to take her into the House of Chance. We're going to take Enwyn. She's got 400 gold. Sir Brennis. They're going to try their hand, or their luck rather, against the evil Skulljack. Okay, I will see you in a second in the House of Chance. Okay, guys, we are within the House of Chance. And can you hear the music again? Good. You can hear it this time. Skulljack, what is this? Let's talk about some quick rules. You're going to get this like this. If you know how to play, 21, if you know how to play Blackjack, you're going to get Skulljack. Skulljack is a very simple form of 21, Blackjack. There's some more complex rules in Blackjack with, you can buy insurance and splitting cards. There's none of that. This is just straight up Blackjack. The object of Skulljack is you have to get 21 on your cards, and you can't exceed that because it's called a bust. If you get 21, you can possibly win. However, if the evil Skulljack gets 21, he automatically wins. That's the rules. Your heroes can win very big at this game, but they can lose big. Skulljack, and if you're new to 21, don't worry, guys. You're going to get this game after 2 rounds. We're going to have fun. And I think you're really going to enjoy this. Skulljack has to hit up to a 16. He holds on a 17. Okay? You're going to get this game after 2 rounds, guaranteed. Heroes are here. We have Faith in the player 1 area. Over here, or hero 2 rather, we have, so you can see there's Sir Brennis. And over here, we have Enwyn. Each hero has 400 gold. And yes, you're permitted to... you can share gold. So like say, we were playing and like, hey, Roger, my hero's out of gold. Can you float me 200? Sure, here you go. Okay? And I know someone's going to ask, is Albus allowed to play in House of Chance? No. Dogs are not permitted in the House of Chance. He can lay in the corner. So we'll put Albus over here. All dogs are welcome, but they can't play. All right, I'm glad I established that. All right, I have the deck ready. I already shuffled it. We're going to cut it. I play fair and square. And as things pop up, I'll explain, but there's really not much. And if you remember, can you see up here, that number 2, remember we talked in the other video? 1 game shows up in the House of Chance, not 2, 3, 4. No, that's not official. You don't play it that way. 1 game. Roll a d4, whatever the result is. Boom, that's in the House of Chance. Got it? Over here we have the bank, or Skulljack's bank. We're going to fill that with 2,000 golds. We'll put that over here. And there's 1,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I got to get 500 more. Bear with me. And okay, now we are ready. So the bank has 2,000 gold. I think we're ready. So first thing we're going to do, there's some simple rules up here. A hero must bet 200 gold. Okay, let's do that. So Faith will ante up. There's 200 for her. Sir Brennis will put 200 on his betting circle. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I love hanging out with you and showing you all this. And really, a dungeon crawl game with a gambling hall. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, I'm just going to cut this again, and let's play Skulljack. So we're going to flip over the first card. Skulljack gets the first card, and we don't want him to have that. Hopefully he gets a 2. If you guys know blackjack or 21, that's, it's bad for your heroes to get that. Okay, so we can see that Skulljack has a king showing. Let's go over here to Faith. She has a 4, not very good at all. We're going over here to Sir Brennis, 5. And over here to Enwin. That's good. She has a queen showing. That's good. Oh, face cards, in case you're new to blackjack. Face cards are all worth 10. Aces can be used as a 1 or 11. If Skulljack, well, we'll get to that if Skulljack gets an ace, but it's considered an 11. If he takes a hit, you'll learn what a hit is if you don't know 21, and it would bust him, it converts to a 1, just like in blackjack, okay? So we're going to take the next card here. We're not going to look at it. You don't look at Skulljack's card. That's the whole mystery of it. What could that card be? Let's take a hit. We're going to have Faith, of course, get her card. We deal that face. That's bad. You're going to learn with blackjack. You don't want like 12s and 13s and 14s in that. That's not a good hand. Go over here. Again, 15. Not good. With Sir Brennis, and over here for Enwin. Very nice. Okay, so she's got 20 showing. So Enwin's definitely going to hold on this as Albus looks on in the game. Okay, so let's go back over here to Sir Brennis. We're going to go over here to Faith first. She has a 14. Now, we could do something called taking a hit, meaning that you'd want another card. But remember, if you exceed 21, that's it. She loses her gold. It's automatically done. So we got to consider, do you think we're going to get a 7, a 6, hopefully? We want to get as close to 21 as possible. Of course, trying to hit it. Faith is feeling lucky. We're going to take a hit. And busted. She's done. She loses her gold, takes that, puts that into Skulljack's bank. She is out. Sir Brennis here, 15. What do you think? I'm going to take a hit. I wish I could do this live so you guys could tell me what to do. We're going to take it. Sir Brennis is going to take a hit, and again, bust. Skulljack. His bank is filling up. Now, we're over here with Enwin. That's a very good hand. Let me shift that a little bit. Maybe back a little. There we go. Just see Albus there watching all this. So that's 20. That's very good. And we're going to hold on that because you don't want to take a hit on that, of course. We're going to reveal Skulljack's hand. Skulljack has 16. Okay, so dealer hits on 16, holds on 17. He must take a hit. I'm going to flip it over, and 19. He has to stop right there. Enwin has beaten Skulljack. So what we're going to do, we're going to take 200 out of the bank. Short that bet, of course, she gets her 200 gold back, and she gets an additional 200. So she's up by 600. So let's hurry up and get this all shuffled back up. And you want to play another round? Of course you do, because I do, because I'm having fun, and I'm hanging out with you guys. And Dungeon Crusade is done, and it's shipping out soon, so it's all good. Do a quick shuffle. Hopefully you got that. Even if you're new to 21, it's very, very simple. Okay, we're going to cut the deck. Okay. So heroes. Faith is going to go in. 200. Sir Brennis, of course, is going to pony up there. There's his 200. And we're going to take Enwin here, and she gladly puts 200 in. She is on a winning streak. Okay, we're going to flip over the first card. Skulljack gets it, and that's a 2. That's good. We want him to have that. Definitely. Over here to Faith, and 5. That's not good. Sir Brennis, oh. Hopefully we get a face card. That's 21. Remember, aces can be a 1 or 11, and you can switch that. If, say that, he got up to, well, we'll get to that. I don't want to get into that, but that's very good. So that's a 1 or 11. Of course, we're going to make that an 11 right now. And then Enwin, look at it. She's very lucky tonight. A king. Of course, 10. Let's get another card. Of course, don't reveal it. Give that to Skulljack. Reveal face card, and it is, 2. So she's got 7 showing. Over here is Sir Brennis with an ace, and he's got, Okay, that's going to come up. So real quick, we can consider that ace a 1 or an 11 right now. So he would have 4 or 14. So of course we're going to take 14, and we're going to take another hit on this. Now this is what I was going to tell you. Let's say it's a face card or a 10. That would be a bust, right? You are allowed to convert that to a 1. You say, okay, wait, I want to use that as a 1. That's not a problem. So he's going to take a hit, and oh wait, that's 21. 11, 10. He hit 21. Definitely, of course, is going to hold on that. And over here to Enwin, take a hit. That's very good. So she has 19 showing. That's a very good hand. They're going to hold. Oh, I'm sorry. Why did I do that? We got to go back over here. Why didn't I take a hit? I was thinking of going around. She has 7 showing. So let's go over here to Faith, 17. I think we're going to hold on that. That's all the heroes have very good hands. Well, he's already won. So let's reveal Skulljack's hand. Okay, now right now in the rules, that would be an 11. Okay, so he has to hit on that. So let's flip over the card. That's 7. Now that's 11, right? So 11, 18. 18, 19, 20. He's going to hold. Remember, he has to hold on 17 plus. So Skulljack has 20, right? 11. And then the 7 makes 18, 19, 20. Faith, right here, loses her bet. She lost again because, of course, she has 17. That goes back. Sir Brennus, though, wins because he had 21. I'm going to take that. Give him 200. And 19... No, because, of course, that's lower. Skulljack with his 20. She's going to lose her bet to Skulljack. How'd you guys like that? How about one more round? Are you enjoying this? Cool. Okay, so we're going to give this back to Sir Brennus in that. Let's clear the cards. And I'm sorry I forgot to do a hit on Faith. It's a lot to run this game and remember this, but what I was going to do is go around, and I don't know why I did that, so I apologize about that. So let's go do a quick shuffle. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you learned. If you didn't know 21, I hope you got the hang of it. It's not very hard at all. Okay, show you I shuffled them. Okay, so heroes, one more hand. Now, Faith is out. However, Sir Brennus is feeling very generous. He's going to give her 200. So she takes the 200 that you lent, and of course, and I'm glad that came up. You were permitted to do that. So again, if we were playing, and that's permittable, you can totally do that. So she will bet the 200, Sir Brennus. And remember, you're playing with friends. You don't have to give them your gold. You can tell them to, you know what, get out of the House of Chance and go hang out at the tavern or something. There's 200 for Sir Brennus, and then, of course, 200 for Enwin. Okay, one more hand. Let's see what happens. Okay, flip that over. 9. Well, no, if he gets a face card, we're definitely an 11. Or, well, yeah, an ace. Okay, so flip that over. 7. And Faith has a 7. That's 4 for Sir Brennus. And then a queen. That's very good. Enwin's very lucky tonight. Okay, so we're going to put this card next to Skulljack. Of course, you don't reveal it. Here's 7. Oh, that's 17. That's really good. She's definitely going to hold on that. We're not going to have her take another hit. We're going to, Sir Brennus is going to take a hit. That's good. That's very good. That's 10. Sir Brennus will take another hit there. That's not good. 15. Considering what he has there. We're going to take a hit. Sir Brennus is going to take a hit with, oh, that is awesome. Okay, so that's 19 showing, right? He definitely going to hold on that. Holding on 19. Enwin takes a hit. Look at that, 20. She's very lucky tonight. Heroes are holding. Faith with a 17. And then 19 with Sir Brennus, 20. Reveal Skulljack's card. Of course, he's going to hold on that. 19. 17. Faith is not, she's not doing very good tonight at all. She loses her bet. That's gone. Of course, and I'm glad this came up. 19. When you tie with Skulljack, it's a push. You get your gold back. You know, he doesn't win, it goes back. And it says right up here, in the simple rules, if a hero and dealer are tied, bets are returned to the hero, except if the dealer hits 21, house wins. So bets are returned on that. 20, she of course wins. So she will take 200 gold. Whoops, that one flicked there. And Enwin did very good tonight in the House of Chance. There you go. That is Skulljack. I hope that you enjoyed that. I thought I was going to say something else. But it's a very fun little House of Chance game. Well, this lasted maybe, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes? I mean, if you were just playing, not all the explaining. So you see, it gets you, do something a little bit different, get you back into playing Dungeon Crusade. Okay, we're going to do a video and wrap all this up. So stay tuned. Okay, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this kind of update video and, you know, the news about the final version arriving. I'm very excited to share that with you. I thought this is a very cool video. I hope you really enjoyed that. You know, we learned something about lighting. Hopefully this will help you when you're playing your board games. It really does make a huge difference with that 5500K or anything, you know, with that daylight lighting, and learn some stuff about, you know, the warfare dice and D3s and more stuff about Avalon. And yes, there's cloth maps coming in the near future after we wrap this up, so stay tuned for that. And learn some stuff about some stuff in the village and blessings, actually the loot, and of course Skulljack. I really had a fun time running this game for you. It's a great little House of Chance game. All right, so right now I'm going to take off because I have the monthly Dungeon Crusade Kickstarter update to dispatch for everyone, and I religiously try to get that out every single month for everyone. So I have to work on that. And then this week, definitely, we have to do the Avalon Adventure board game, you know, in-depth look at that, because we're going to have, you know, the final version coming in. I want that all, like, taken care of. So I hope everyone, really love you guys. Thank you. I just love hanging out with you. Go out and get yourself some 5500 Kelvin lighting if you want, and let me know, you know, drop in the comments if you get that. Let me know if, you know, if you were using that 2700K or whatever, that soft white. Let me know, like, how, you know, if you saw a difference. I mean, I guarantee you will. I mean, look at the difference when we looked. Okay, guys, I hope you have a great day, great week, and I'm going to be talking to you very soon. Okay, bye-bye.